Another featherweight pair sponsored by Tactical Penguin, Utah's gun store and range. Julian Ruiz returns to the Maverick Center in white. Owens, a familiar stage, steps in black. Dave Selusted's final assignment this evening in your co-main event.
We could literally get anything right now. We could get a 3-round war. We could get a quick knockout, crazy submission.
Owens has never been knocked out in his career. He's been submitted once as a pro.
Owens looks fast tonight.
Julian definitely with a sizable.
Julian's definitely going to have the size advantage. It's just Nate going to be able to take the punches from Julian because Julian's going to throw some shots.
Yeah. And he can crack.
And he can crack. He digs to the body, to the head.
Nice combination by Owens, who has been,
Sits down Ruiz, who's rattled.
Yeah, so for anyone who's counted out Nate Owens.
He's so fast.
And look how composed he is, too.
That was close, fellas.
I don't think Julian was expecting that.
Nate's good, man. Very good.
He's countering beautifully right now.
Julian needs to kind of is a little bit rhythm broken right now. He needs to kind of settle in. But Nate's doing a good job stinging him with that jab, man.
A kickboxing match in 4-ounce gloves, Andrew.
Yes, sir. I'll sign up for that all day.
Your favorite genre of fighting.
Nice jab from Nate.
Lightning fast. Minute and a half into round 1.
Yeah, Nate's going to have to get in and get out. He does not want to stand in there and trade with Julian because all it's going to take is one shot.
Yeah, can't stand right in front of him. Now Julian's starting to, I think,
he's starting to get a little comfortable now.
Yeah, feeling himself a little bit more.
And he is known for his boxing.
Unbeaten boxer is Julian Ruiz. Always has a lot of success in the ring. Likes to do that on top of his MMA endeavors.
I knew you'd come in with the stats, Blake.
Got a very fun stat for you at the end of this round if we get to it, Jason.
I'm here for it.
Big swing and a miss by Ruiz.
This is really a battle of the jabs.
It really is.
Yeah, as of right now, it's each fighter trying to establish their jab.
And this has been one of the keys to Nate's winning these fights is his jab.
He's very, very quick.
Owens' 8th time competing here at the Maverick Center. Nice clap to the body, followed up by a Ruiz counter.
Ruiz always beautiful shots to the body.
Yeah, that was clean.
His work to the midsection might be his most underrated attribute. Definitely the best in the state of Utah when targeting that body part.
Julian cut open somewhere here on the face, I think. Nate's doing a good job of staying in with that jab and coming back with that kick to the leg. I like it.
And he's getting out of range after he throws those shots, too.
Nice work. Straight to the ribs. Another one goes for Ruiz. Starting to find his footing. Owens interrupts.
Everybody on pins and needles.
Yeah, man, this is it's really interesting to watch because Nate does definitely have the speed advantage.
He's so fast.
Yeah, but Julian can obviously just crack and end the night. So
big time uppercut attempted to no avail. Another jab poked out for Owens.
There it is, that body shot again, Blake, from Ruiz.
A lot of that comes from how good of a boxer Ruiz is. His hands have always been a strong point in his game. Screenshotted.
Man, that front hand of Nate is giving Julian fits.
And he does it to everybody.
Also,
I don't think people think it to be that as fast as it is. It's just fast.
haven't talked about it too much, but Hava Owens, primarily been a bantamweight, looks good at 145, not cutting nearly as much weight for this approach.
And it's like he's reading everything Ruiz is about ready to do. As soon as he comes in and lands, he knows what's coming back on the counter, slips out of the way. Beautiful round for Owens.
Yeah, both guys had their moments in that round, but I got to give that to Nate, man. Julian has to figure out a way to deal with his front hand.
Yeah, as close as it was, that Nate dropping him in the beginning of the round, that you got to give that round to Nate Owens, in my opinion.
45% striking accuracy for Julian Ruiz in round number 1. 55% accuracy. He landed 39 as Hava Owens. For Julian Ruiz right now, maybe a tougher matchup than he would have thought given the speed and the power. But Julian did mention to me that he believes that Nate will slow down as the fight proceeds.
I don't know about that. We've seen Nate keep coming, but Julian does have that presence to just wear on people because he just keeps coming forward. He lands the body shots. He just slowly breaks people down. So I could see him thinking he can break a guy like Nate down, but Nate hasn't shown that in the past. He's been in dogfights.
If I was fighting Nate, that's not something I would be banking on. I don't think that's a good strategy. I think that Julian needs to put his foot on the gas here, and he needs to be pushing Nate back.
Yeah,
bully him a little bit. He's got the size advantage. I think he has the power advantage. Needs to utilize it a little bit more, but just standing in front of Nate like this and them kind of trading punches where Nate can just be fast, get in and out, it's not working. At least not so far.
Now Owens going to the body.
Jason, I promised that stat for you. Hava Nathan Owens hasn't cut his hair since 2018.
Interesting. Very
Asked
interesting.
him yesterday. Nice work by Ruiz. Lots of snap on the shots of Ruiz.
Owens invested in the body in the second round.
I would like to see Julian.
He just stunned Julian again.
Ruiz took that strike, keeps coming forward, right up against his corner. Nice teep to the body for Owens.
Right now, he's just a step quicker than Ruiz, is Nate Owens.
A little bit of wrestling on the side of Julian as well.
That was a very good move by Julian to get this fight to the mat. Look at all of the blood coming out of Julian's nose. He very made. Look at, he is literally he is a bloody mess. He's leaking all over the mat. And look at Nate laughing on the ground. I think very likely that we're looking at a minimum a broken nose from Julian. And I will tell you, as someone who's had a broken nose and then been punched in it, there's nothing that hurts as bad as getting a broken nose punched. It is the most painful experience.
Wise smile by Owens when he was on bottom. Ruiz still moving fantastic, Jason.
Yeah, he's still moving good. He's just, right now, it just seems like he's getting beat to the punch from Nate. Just the speed advantage right now seems to be too much for Ruiz.
A couple of big swings on both sides. Blood keeps being drawn from that nose of Ruiz.
Beautiful leg chop there by Ruiz. That's a good strike for him. He should go back to that.
There's that jab again.
Jason, I want them to fight on the other side of their
Yeah, where you're in the zone. You're going to wear a black shirt next time.
Shot
1,000%.
Uncorked for Owens just moments ago.
Owens is stalking, too.
Julian is literally covered in blood. This is crazy.
Looked like he just blew his nose, too.
If Nate can land a few more just quick, snappy jabs here, Julian's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nice body work by Ruiz. Owens stays straight in the face.
Beautiful counter from Nate Owens there.
Nate is picking his shots so well tonight.
Head movement is still there for Ruiz. Just over a minute to go here in round number 2 of a possible 3.
Julian's got his mouth wide open out there, man. Not what you want to see. Nate right to the ground, but with as slippery as they are, I think, it's going to be real hard to hold Nate down on the floor for too long.
And Julian's going to have to do some damage down here to try to steal this round, but I don't know if he's got enough time left to do it.
Nate very active off the bottom here, hitting with elbow. Oh. Doesn't that just look terrible? There we go. Here's some good offense by Julian.
A little bit of volume on his side. Owens stays on bottom and continues to smile and laugh inside that cage, cloaked in the blood of Ruiz.
How tough is Julian?
Dude, he's taking it
such
right
a
now.
dog.
Oh! Owens tries to finish this one inside the distance. Close of round number 2.
It's over.
That is it. Havon Nathan Owens finishes Julian Ruiz with just seconds to spare.
And I think a good call. I think a good call from Dave. He looks over at Scott with the athletic commission. They're saying it's good.
That was a good call. He had his back turned. It's a good call.
Nate rushing over to show respect to Julian. That was
a lot of damage.
As violent as a finish as we have seen inside of the Fierce cage. And here it is. Jab hurts him again. Julian's on skates, puts him down with the right hand, and just lays it on Julian. I want to see this head kick and how close this was right at the end of the round. Oh my goodness.
First knockout victory for Havon Owens since August of 2018, his pro debut. On paper, it seemed as though he was quite the underdog. 4-5 versus 5-2. Julian Ruiz been at some big stages in his career, but Havon Owens shows why he continues to swell as a fighter regardless of weight class.
That was if Nate fights like that when he comes out here, dude, there's not many guys that can beat him. At least not regionally on the developmental scene. I don't really see. I mean, that was as good as it gets, Blake. He looked phenomenal. Picking his shots, staying patient, not getting held down on the ground. Had the power to hurt the guy who was bigger than him, right? Waited for his moment, didn't jump on him out of nowhere, and then finished him in a brutal and violent and bloody fashion. Julian Ruiz is looking like a walking nightmare out there. He was literally covered in blood.
Ernie Chavez, big embrace for his guy, Havon Owens, who has been fighting for so much time at this point, over a decade of competition under his belt. Now 5-5 as a pro, and like we mentioned, one of the most underrated checkered records that you would ever see out of a guy. He is so much better than what you see on paper, and he's about to get his 5th professional victory. Inside of Jackson Hoops, we got the official decision.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selya has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 59 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Havon Nathan Owens.
Come on over here, Nate. Come on over here, Nate. Nate, beautiful performance tonight. You showed your boxing can hang with anybody in MMA right now. How you feeling?
I feel great. I had to move up to 145 for this fight, and honestly, that was probably the best decision ever. not having to cut weight, feel weak, just get to train hard all the way up until basically fight day. So it was amazing to be here and really to compete with Julian too. Like I was telling him, I've been wanting to fight him for years, and when I finally got the opportunity, I had to jump right on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that's been known for his boxing. He's undefeated in boxing. You move up a weight class and you outbox the boxer. What's next for you?
Well, we want to go up and move up to a higher caliber competition, but really whatever the opportunity grants us, we're always trying to stay ready and always trying to be prepared for the next big thing. And so I just want to take this as far as I can to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations again on a dominant performance. Everybody give it up for Hava, Nate Owens.